Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're talking about 10 things to remove from your closet before the summer. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Flora, certified simplification coach and your host for the 365 Days of Decluttering Challenge here on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. This is week 2 of our spring reset series. Last week, we focused on fast visual wins like countertops, surfaces, obvious clutter, hot spots, that quick dopamine, and that quick proof that change in your clutter and change in your environment is possible. And this week we go deeper. We go into your closet and we look at the fact that your closet is not just storage for your clothing. It's also a link and key to your identity. And if you want visible transformation before the summer, this is one of the simplest and easy ways to start. So, one of the things that I want to share with you before we dig into the list of 10 things is that this week we look at not only the environmental clutter, which is the physical overload of way too much stuff, but the emotional clutter. This is the identity, the memory, the guilt, and those someday attachments that we often associate and attach with pieces of clothing. When you clear out your closet intentionally, something really cool happens internally. Here's something that I want you to notice as we're clearing through your closet. If you hesitate when you want to remove something, I want you to ask yourself, is this who I am now? Or is this who I used to be? Or who I think I should be? When you give yourself permission to just kind of look at each piece of clothing in that context, I think it's going to be a lot easier for you to be able to say, yes, I want to keep these pieces of clothing, or no, I think I'm ready to release who I used to be, or this is like my ideal self, but that's the self that has way too much energy, and I know that that's not really me. And you start to kind of filter those out, and you start to find your center, and you start to be like, yeah, I know who I am. And I know what clothes I really like to fit into. So with that said, let's get into number 1 of 10 of the things that you should clear out before the summer from your closet. Number 1, heavy sweaters that you didn't wear this past winter. Yes, some people had unseasonably warm winters this past winter, and other people had unseasonably cold winters. Regardless of that, if you didn't wear some of your heavy sweaters or some of your sweaters in general, pull them out, try them on, remind yourself why you didn't reach for that sweater. Was it itchy? Was it too hot? Was it too cold? Does it fit well? Is it too baggy or bulky? Is it too tight? Remind yourself why you didn't wear it and usher that out of your closet and let somebody else wear it next winter. Number 2, goal weight items. If you're keeping clothes as a silent contract to yourself, to that future version of yourself that you may be someday, I want you to hit pause for a second. Not on this video, but on that line of thinking. And I want you to say, okay, let me pull out all the clothes that are my goal weight, that don't fit me, whether it's bigger or smaller than what you are now. Pull them out. And I want you to see the pile of clothes that don't fit you. And then I want you to look at all the rest of the clothes that actually do fit you. And I want you to ask yourself, what would it feel like if I had like 2 minutes, I was in my pajamas, I had 2 minutes to get in and out of the house, I had to get dressed out of the house, oh my gosh. And it was like maybe like the power went out. So you really couldn't see what you were grabbing, but you knew your pants were over here, your shirts were over here, and you grabbed a pair of pants and you grabbed a shirt and you knew they were going to fit you. You wouldn't even think twice about it. You'd be like, great, hope they match. So this is what you should experience every single night. Not the panic of the lights are out and I need to get out of my house, but the reassurance knowing that whatever you grab is going to fit no matter what. So those goal clothes that you have, yes, some of you may be actively losing weight. In that case, have one small section of clothes that you maybe try on once a week. How close am I to fitting into them? Whatever. But if you're not actively losing weight or gaining weight, give yourself permission to all those clothes that you just pulled out, pack up, put in a box someplace, and just maybe mark it for 3 or 6 months out. If it still doesn't fit you, then give yourself permission to get rid of the clothes. This is one of the things that I have found make it easier for people to get rid of and release goal weight clothing items, because when you don't see them every single day, something happens, something transforms and shifts in your mind. All of a sudden, you're not comparing yourself to, well, I'm a size 10 and I have all these size 6s and I used to be able to fit into them, and all the stories, all the hullabaloo that happens when that's not even a conversation in your mind anymore, when that narrative isn't even an echo, when literally everything you see, fits you. All of a sudden, it's like something so freeing happens. And you pick a pair of pants, they're going to fit. You pick a shirt, it looks fabulous. It's comfortable on you. I want you to experience that. Whether or not you are ready or willing to release those items, that's fine. Pull them out, pack them up, put them up someplace. But allow yourself to experience how freeing it is when you can pick any item of clothing and it's going to fit perfect. Do yourself a solid, do yourself a favor, and try this out. Number 3, event dresses from 5 years ago. If these dresses have been in your closet for 5+ years and they are tied to a season of your life that is clearly over, try them on just to remind yourself of how fabulous you looked in them and get rid of them. Release them. If you have a really hard time releasing these, ask yourself, is there any event within the next year that I can make up or think up of where I could wear this dress? And you put it in your calendar, you plan for it. Yes, keep the dress. But if it doesn't fit, you really just maybe don't like the style anymore, or you're just like, yeah, this is not me. Get rid of it. Donate it. Put it on consignment. There's a fabulous place called Dress for Success that accepts high quality clothing for people who are ready to up-level their lives. So I'll actually link that below, and it's in one of the free gifts that I have on my website, which is the Ultimate Decluttering Guide. I'll actually put the link for that because there's a ton of great resources on where to donate clothing items. So click the link below in the show notes, in the description of my free gift that gives you all these fabulous resources. All right, number 4, shoes that hurt your feet. This is one thing that does not have a place and does not belong in your closet. If you cannot put any given pair of shoes on from your closet and walk a mile in them without having blisters or hot spots or having your feet and ankles and legs be so sore, and so they do not belong in your closet. They do not belong in your closet. Any pair of shoes that you wear that are painful, that give you blisters, that make it uncomfortable, whatever you do while you are wearing that shoe, that is pulling you out of that event, of that experience. Life is meant to be enjoyed and experienced. I cannot tell you how many times I've been to events and I see somebody that looks fabulous and I'm like, oh my God, you look amazing. And they're like, oh, I'm miserable. My feet hurt, yada, yada. I'm like, why are you wearing those shoes then? Like, if you're wearing something that isn't comfortable, you automatically make the event null and void. And you're now going to associate it with how terrible you felt, whether in the dress or in the shoes specifically. So give yourself permission to get rid of all the shoes that don't fit and replace them, if you need to, with shoes that actually fit your feet, that look fabulous, and that you could actually walk a mile in and not be miserable, that you could actually feel and be comfortable in them. Okay? All right. Let me know in the comments how many pairs of shoes you just got rid of right now mentally, or actually physically as you're listening to this. How many pairs of shoes do you think you're going to get rid of? Let me know in the comments. All right, number 5, dry clean only pieces that you avoid wearing because they're dry clean only. If maintenance is the issue, if maintenance is the reason why you don't wear something in your closet, it is not aligned with your lifestyle, okay? High functioning women do not need high maintenance wardrobes. Just get rid of it. Number 6, corporate leftovers. Clothes can anchor identity longer than we realize. If you've transitioned careers or lifestyles or phases or seasons of your life and you're still holding on to who you used to be, that is emotional clutter. Please do yourself a favor and donate all of those pieces that represent various versions of your life, especially corporate leftovers. And again, you can donate them to Dress for Success. There's a bunch of other different places that you can donate to, but give yourself permission to just release those clothes and bless somebody else with the opportunity to have that piece that they're going to love and wear in their closet themselves. Number 7, worn out workout clothes. If your workout clothes are stretched, faded, threadbare, they just don't fit you well, and they make you feel like crap, do not wear them. Yes, I understand when you go to the gym, you're trying to look decent and good while still also getting a functional workout in. But if when you look at yourself in the mirror, it makes you feel like shit, pick different workout clothes. Go to wherever your favorite place is that has clothes and just give yourself permission to try on a bunch of workout clothes and find the ones that actually complement your body and that allow you to move well in the way that you need to move at the gym. You will show up differently when your clothes feel supportive and make you feel really, really good. Your gym clothes should energize you, not depress you, and not make you feel like shit. Moving on to number 8, duplicates. How many black tank tops do you actually need? Keep the best, donate the rest. Excess options typically create decision fatigue. If you just can't seem to part with your duplicates, pack the extras in a box, set a reminder on your phone, and look at the box's contents in about 3 to 6 months. Again, this is kind of the same with those goal clothes. Sometimes you can rotate out, like keep the oldest ones out if they're still in good repair. Wear those after 3 to 6 months. Are they still in good repair? If not, toss one and pull one out of your stock, okay? Moving on to number 9, trending items. These are the ones that like literally everybody on social media has had. Maybe everybody in your social circle bought, wore, it's great, whatever. And then it's now sitting in your closet. Maybe that was like 3, 5, 10 years ago, and you haven't worn them in years. Style evolves, and so do you. It's time to donate those trendy items that maybe you wore for a season, and now you're like, yeah, I'm good. Now, one of the things that I also talk about with my clients when we're looking at trending items is, did you actually like how this fit on your body? One of the coolest things to see is when a client switches from trendy items to classic fit items for their body type. When you figure out what kind of body you have and what looks really good on your body and buy pieces that look really good on you, then you actually start to kind of ignore like the trends, and you start to recognize that I'm not going to waste $20, $30, $50, $100 on some trending item when I know that I can spend $100 on this item and I'm going to have it for at least 5 to 10 years because it's going to be a really quality piece that is never going to go out of style and it's always going to look good on you. So start to think about that as you are ushering out those trendy items and as you usher in more staple pieces. Take into account the style that always looks good on you and that always makes you feel fabulous. All right, number 10, anything that doesn't match your current lifestyle. This is the filter. Does everything in your closet reflect how you live your life today? Or do the things that you have in your closet represent a version of you that might no longer exist? Closets become outdated faster than you realize because life changes faster than we can update our wardrobes. So I want you to be really honest with yourself, and I want you, again, to pull out all of those items that you really just don't look good in, that you never wear, that are hot or cold or binding or pinching, that are too big or too small. Pull them all out. Pull them all out and only have what fits you, including shoes, all the things. And like I said, if you're not ready to part with them, I get it. I get it. Pack them in a box, pack them in an old suitcase, and then put them up. And experience what life is like when you walk into a closet and literally everything fits. All your shoes are fabulous. You're like, yes, I know they're going to fit me so good. My feet are going to thank me for them at the end of the day. I know that any pair of pants I put on, they're going to be fabulous, or shorts, skirts, all the things, shirts, everything is going to fit you and look fabulous. Notice what it feels like. And in 3 months' time, put that reminder on your phone. In 3 months' time, pull out that suitcase or that box and look at everything. And I can guarantee you, because I've been doing this for almost 30 years, I can guarantee you that you are going to donate almost all of what is in that box. So I want you to share with me in the comments how many pairs of shoes or whatever that you've donated as a result of today's video. Also, if you have not been following along with our 365 Days of Decluttering Challenge that is currently happening in our Shorts area of this YouTube channel, be sure to click the link below this video and check it out and join me every single day for this quick daily challenge. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.